Thanks. Thank you for joining us. Okay, so this is going to more of the Gnostic energies. Going into a bit more of what I'm picking up on. More of a general broad view of it. I'm still putting the pieces together of it. But for one, I mentioned this yesterday, but I feel like this is where the aliens are putting together our physical reality. At least that was channeled by those that were during that, in ancient times. So, the cats are tearing up the background, or they're on a project right now, so they can't be over here. I can always put their toys over here, but I'm not going to do that. So Burma and Archon of Africa energy. So, all right, I think everything's working supposedly. Interesting. What's going on over there? So, yeah, Gnostic energies is basically different beings that are I guess it's light and dark, but they're just trying to figure things out. And they're, it might be chaos everywhere, but it's forming some, what eventually turned into this world, or this physical world at least. So it connects to archangel energies, basically just to a broader view of it. I'm still figuring this all out, so there's a lot to take in. Burma, I'll show some stuff about Burma. Even they changed their name. Burma came into I was watching Seinfeld, and one of the, like, a CEO of a company was in Burma. He pretty much lost his mind. It was pretty funny, actually. But it's like, I forgot about Burma. And they changed the name of Burma too, but I'm just going to call it Burma. And the Archon of Africa basically connects to the Archon energies of what's going on there. That's has its agendas going on. So, all right. This is Friday night, I believe. So, I think it's still Friday for right now. I don't know if I'm being shadow banned at the moment. I wouldn't doubt it. SimonTodd.com, we have price sessions. Schedule here. The shop adds a couple of new discoveries here. I'm on like the 15th still. I should be over that tomorrow. Also have the 15th here also. Social network. This is a webinar, social network, behind the scenes. So, yeah, it's funny how I'm not sure if this thing is getting the streaming is working at all, or wait, is it even going to? I'm not sure if it's even going. I gotta check something. Yeah, it's going to YouTube. Weird. Something's up with the stream tonight, but that's all right. That's different. I'm not sure if this thing is going anywhere, or the stream is going out to I'm already being shadow banned as enough as it is. Yeah, being shadow banned altogether. So anyway, yeah, you never know. Yeah, when your video disappears for most of the day, you know something's going on. It's not your imagination. So, yeah, no surprise there. So, okay, all right, we're going to Gnostic Earth Origins. Now, take this for wherever it goes. There's not sure where it's going to. Oh, yeah, that's right. One more thing I forgot. Yeah, I'm just going to look at their technical situation that's going on here. Weird. Oh, that's freaking weird. I don't think this thing is going to YouTube. It might. I don't think it is. It's a way for me to tell here. I get the feeling that's not. Anyway, I can't even find where I am right now. Okay. I don't think this thing is going. Yeah, I don't think it's going to YouTube. Weird. I guess a glitch. I doubt it. I'll have to check it later. But this is Burma. Yeah, it looks like a nice, normal, yeah. Definitely has a lot of energies there. Actually has a lot of Arcturian energy. Very powerful. Of course, there's a lot of other beings there. It's not just Arcturian. Some Orion. So it's there to hide different frequencies. I mean, it does connect to like a sun energy itself. It does have. It's almost like obviously it has a life of its own, but it just seems like there's a lot more going on. I mean, look at that. It's like a golden city. I mean, look at that. And they've been having some trouble with their government, and it has not made to the mainstream at all. Because it's now, I guess, the military took over the government. Of course, now it has a different name. I don't know how to pronounce that either. Even changed its name. So, but yeah, just the frequencies of this place is very unique, and I'm not surprised. I mean, I'm not surprised I got blocked from picking up, from my. Either way, here we are now. Yeah, I mean, look at it. It looks like it's an alien planet practically, because it is pretty much. But it is there to balance the frequencies of the Earth. But basically, yeah, it's just a lot of vortex energies. It definitely has an agenda, not necessarily a negative one, but of course there's some reptilian energies there. But overall, it's just there to harness energy from other realities and just. It's not really clear what it's there for on a massive scale, of course. But we'll connect to that. A lot of it seems to be hidden for obvious reasons. Yeah, this thing is not going to YouTube. Interesting. Am I not surprised? I'm going to have to upload this to YouTube. Jeez. It's one more thing I can check before we get going. Yeah, I don't think it's streaming on YouTube at all. Let me check. It's the first time I've ever seen that. Nope, nothing. Oh, that's messed up. Yeah, get that shadow ban in full swing. Jeez. That's why. Oh, well. That's so bizarre. But at least I caught it. So, all right, we're going to Gnosticism. Yeah, am I not surprised? All right, it goes to the Gnosticism, Gnostic Earth origin energies, and then go into Burma, Archon energies. So, let's see here. Okay, all right, blessings. Greetings. We are your alien races, several of them. Without going into detail of our existence, we are you and you are us. We're basically your origins. Our identity, does it truly matter? A lot of our energies came from black holes, basically other universes. Some of us just found ourselves in your reality. Yes, there are healing the Archon frequency. The Archon is known to, you can say, tattoo a being Well, they tried to take an alien being and turn it into their form, the form that they are. So if you're an alien being, an Archon being can try to possess you and turn you into what they think you should be. It sounds bizarre, but you see that even on your world of what is the vision of what is beauty and what is not beauty. Who is defining that exactly? So you can say also we are basically your Earth consciousness is speaking, or other versions, old you can say an old Earth of this planet took itself from higher dimensions into the third dimension. So there are, yes, several different energies of this earth of creation. That's how do we define it? We're even trying to find the words. An idea that other beings wanted. You can say the Sophia frequency wanted to do something different than other worlds. And with that sparked other creations to bring your earth into a physical reality. It's basically to escape the higher dimensions and do something different. But it was just one war after the other. One just we distance ourselves from each other. Well, is we combine into each other, and then we create different types of beings. So basically, alien beings are colliding into each other, create different species. So one species is we're just basically an orgy of energy, creating different beings colliding into each other, creating new species after new species, which created your reality, your planet eventually. And the human, yes, was to bring order out of chaos. Or, yes, so basically chaos, the invention of chaos, say, created your world. Say a spark of imagination to take your planet to the next level of evolution. Basically, beings in your higher realms are not quite fully understood from your third dimensional perspective, where it can get unusual. Where there's nothing that makes a whole lot of sense. Where even higher dimensions can collide, destroy themselves, and create new. So it's like a chaotic side of the higher dimensions, meaning that the higher dimensions, when the chaos energy connects to them, they start to fall apart. So the higher dimensions were tested, and your world was invented through all of it. It's like one step at a time where your earth became more of an invention of what is still going on today. Now, everyone can, no, even alien beings don't know how all this occurred. Some have their ideas. Of course, it depends on what reality dimension you're connected, but in the long run, does anybody really know where anything's ever come from? And even God doesn't know where he came from. Of course, it all depends on what reality you're connected to. And basically, another way of looking at it, so think of like alien beings had it so good, they got drunk. And when they got drunk, chaos emerged to create your world. Well, your world came out of it. Your world was birthed out of a disease, but not the disease that you might think. You can say the disease of creation. To further out, to take your world to another level of experience. Yes, this world is old-fashioned, but for advanced beings to go backwards like this, it says a lot. A lot on your planet has been forgotten. Now it's here, but a lot of it, even the higher dimensions, they move so far away from what your world is. Your world found a way to be created because a lot of civilizations are started worlds similar to yours, but not exactly to this caliber. And of course, this world stays old-fashioned for quite some time. Yes, as archangel energies, it's like when the physical realms became, when it started to be born. Yes, the world just, there was no stopping it. Yeah, this is like an orgasm in space that created this planet. When you go into the creation levels of the higher dimensions, those type of words are going to be used. And yes, there's a lot of those of your church that have been part of your church are trying to control your reality in the spiritual communities today. Of course they are. It's what they do best, which is all part of the Archon agenda. Many of you want to evolve into a level basically of remembering where you came from, and others are trying to stop it. It's just the way they're designed. It's like they don't think anything of it. They just know what they know, and staying closed-minded is what they know. And many of you are there to open that gateway, that door to your origins, but much further than that, what other dimensions you come from. Some of you have actually created, yes, several realities within other dimensions that healed this world, but then you got attacked yourselves. So it's just basically remembering yourself at such a level that is beyond this Earth's understanding. Because the beings here that are manipulating your world can't hide forever. And others have actually already picked up on it. Of course, those that are denying it. So those that are also trying to defend themselves, you can look a little bit deeper into it's just that there's a lot of deception going on right before your eyes already. As many of you want to evolve further, others are there to stop it. But they do it in such a friendly manner. But what you are here to do is shift your Earth's energy, so more of how you came into this land will open up to you. So, this is. Greetings to you. We have the consciousness of Burma. There is a lot of reptilian energies. A lot of it comes from Asia Minor. Basically, the reptilian energies, many reptilian areas of your planet just to keep you in the third dimension. They're hostile for a reason. That's all they know. But holding down fourth dimensional knowledge. Now, yes, and it's of course ingrained into your military to keep you in a physical form. Obviously, on a conscious level, they're not seeing it that way, but on a spiritual level, yes, the spiritual world on so many levels. So basically, disconnecting your world from the military, not the easiest thing, but it'll take you more into the higher fourth dimension, just like that. No matter what you're thinking of each other, your differences, you remove your military worldwide, you have a different world altogether. So that is what you're here to disclose here. And much of the disclosure energies will continue to happen on your Earth. There is just a shift here on your planets where, as the third dimension it become more clear to some of you of how it's here, how it's been formed. Yes, its origins will find itself. It's not going to be an easy find, though, because many don't want you to discover it, but you can take to your version of it. There's always a much broader energy of it, but connecting to your origins basically will heal the reptilian tail that's wrapped around your earth. And you'll see more of how you're going to change realities, shift your world into more of a higher focus, higher understood planet. So, where these reptilian layers live, of course, they're being weaponized themselves. Those places will be discovered in different countries. You can feel those vibrations now as we speak. Obviously, a lot of these places are not being spoken about publicly, news-wise, because they don't want you to really talk about it. They want to keep it hidden. Of course, you can't find them, but of course, which goes into Africa, Libya. Libya, in Africa, is like one of your, in some ways, kind of like a leader of your Africa in some form. At least it was there to heal a lot of its difficulties. Of course, that was reversed in the past, recent past. With Gaddafi being taken out of office, he would have changed much of, not all of Africa, but would change a great deal of it. Of course, that came to an end. But Burma is an example of, if you take the army now and just see it as reptilian beings, that helps you understand how the control truly exists. Any military, for that matter, not all of them are reptilian here. Quite a bit of them are, but not all. It doesn't want to reveal itself for obvious reasons, because there is a lot of magic here on this planet. Yes, once you remove the military rule here, possibly also your gods will just be seen here, or your alien friends. So, from all points of interest, all realities. Blessings. Greetings to you. Yeah, the consciousness of Africa. Africa, yes, has been designed to lower your Earth's vibration. There is a scientific level to it to put your world back in time. Notice how Africa is very old-fashioned. It's not the only place, but it's one of them. India is one also. There's plenty of others. But basically, it's basically reverse time traveling to put you back in the 70s, the 60s, and even further away. So, yeah, your technology doesn't mean you have to be on the most up and new, but your technology, say if everyone is on a more of a modern technology, at least 10 years, it actually helps your society evolve. That sounds a little strange because there are old things, and you're always going to have old technologies around. That's fine, but some are deliberately trying to keep your world going backwards. I believe some of you have that notion. How are they doing it? Continents like Africa are used against your world because of the low vibrations. It puts out an energy field around your earth to cuddle it and hold your earth back. It doesn't want your society to grow, as you can see. That will change over time as you just talking about it lifts the energy. I obviously don't like to be noticed like that. But you are going into a new age of where the blockages are. Now, Africa in general, yes, is peaceful without just the manipulations. People there are genuinely good. But due to the manipulations that are there, which is reptilian shadow government, your shadow government spends a lot of time because they know how, when they lower the frequency, so as you know, with human trafficking energy, obviously with every child that disappears, your earth lowers a little bit day after day. Of course, the stress of the parents, the family that affects, it's like putting a web around the family, just holding it down. And think about doing that worldwide, as you know. So it just sometimes sensitive topics need to be talked about. And at a certain level, it all depends on how you go about it, but that'll shift the energies of your earth. But of course, many have a lot to do in their lives. They have work and all these things. There's still many aren't really ready to really hear what's happening on the world. It doesn't mean you have to see all the darkness, but conversation can heal. It's on your it's on your intention. It truly is. Of not necessarily talking about dark subject matters, but releasing the control over your world. Because those that are controlling it become more seen. So more humans are willing to tap into this frequency to like where the problem truly does exist. Your earth would shift its frequency levels, but it's still very difficult for it right now. Yes, the forces of Africa, yes, Archon energy. They go into African, just the continent, the ground itself, using sun energy. It's a little bit complicated, but basically just to make it difficult to live there. And then you have a regime there, your pirates, your mafia of Africa, just to make things even worse. So they're covering up, as many of you probably know, the alien presence that's there. You remove all of these pirate energies, manipulators. Africa itself shifts its frequency. As some of you know, there have been some alien visitations there. That's been pretty intense due to the myths that you've heard. They can get more intense, meaning the beings there can start finally, because the alien beings can't get too close because of what's going on there. Obviously, there's other places of the world they can go to, but Africa, as you can tell, the aliens in general are not welcomed here physically on a world level, not really. But Africa is a place that is so large, it's hard to keep everything under control. So when aliens find a way of connecting, they do. Obviously, you're not going to get the message worldwide of what's going on, but there are certain places where they do have massive disclosure, but it's not documented, not so much anymore. But you are going to a time frame where the manipulations can be healed. It's not going to be an easy one, though. Yes, you can probably feel the heartbeat of manipulation in the African energies. It's a little bit difficult for some to take it too seriously. Yeah, because it's a lot to handle there. So, blessings.